You and I were just talking a moment ago. That's what you want to see from the Celtics tonight, to play with that intensity. And who does that fall on?
It falls on Jayson Tatum. He has yet to be the best player on the floor this series, and I'm waiting for him to have that historical moment, that legendary moment. I'm not talking about 25 or 30 points. We know he could do that in his sleep because he's an elite scorer in the game. I want to see one of those 45, 50 pieces, put it on his shoulder, one of those Paul Pierce performances. Give me that Paul Pierce vibe tonight.
I expect the Boston Celtics to actually be on their heels because the Golden State Warriors understand the sense of urgency of what needs to happen if they go down 3-1. This series will be automatically over. So the Golden State Warriors understand they got dominated in the paint. They got dominated second chance points. So I feel like they understand they got to be the first on the floor to the loose balls. Now for the Celtics, I know I'm going to be able to expect defensive intensity. Guarding your man, guarding switches, and being accountable on that end of the floor. But I expect the Golden State Warriors to come back with a flurry offensively, not just Steph Curry, not just Klay Thompson, but other people getting involved. Maybe a Wiggins, maybe a Jordan Poole gets you over 20-plus points. That's what it's going to take in order for them to win.
Am I breaking the tie between my
Yes.
I expect the Warriors to hit first. Hit first and hit hard. They're what we've seen throughout these playoffs, no matter what the series is just about, is the more desperate team coming out and hitting first. One reason we've seen so many blowouts is because the team that has to respond has responded, and they jump on a team first. The other night, the Celtics did that. They needed to come in here having taken home court advantage away from Golden State, right? They needed to come in here and play with that sort of urgency early in the game, and they did. Golden State needs to do that tonight. I'm going to tell you the guy I expect, Jordan Poole. Don't wait till halftime. I don't care about some long three he hits at the end of the half. Jordan Poole needs to get himself going, or they need to get him going at the beginning of the game, Perk, right away to start. But Golden State needs to hit first.
They do, but aren't we tired of hearing about the Celtics having bounce-back games? Isn't it time for them to have a follow-up game? Like we heard Ime Udoka post-game talk about, hey, we want to try to follow up and mimic how we have wins and put together multiple wins. So I'm the Celtics. I want to come in with that same sense of urgency like I'm down 2-1.
You know what, Jalen, to me, if we look back on the other night, it could be the turning point of the series that the Celtics weathered that third quarter storm. You called them the 31st team in the NBA is Golden State in the third quarter, and they had it going. They had that 7-point play. They took the lead. Would have been a perfect opportunity for them to take control of the game. And the Celtics weathered that storm. They played big, and they won the fourth quarter. That felt like a significant moment in the series.
I felt like it was a moment of growth because when they lost here Game 6 to the Miami Heat, I felt like they'll still win this series and probably win the East, but they're not ready to win it all. Moments like that put you in position to feel like you're in pole position to try to win it all. And when the Warriors come out in this series and they're plus 43 in the third, but you're plus 40 in the fourth, that's something that the Celtics hadn't done the entire season. They were one of the worst teams in crunch time. Now they become one of the best.
Yeah, I just wonder, I mean, Perk raises a great point about what we're looking for from the Celtics if they're going to be champions in that level of consistency. But you can't compare those Celtics to his Celtics. No, they're not that consistent. They don't have that sort of veteran. They're not at that point yet, Perk, I keep thinking. Like, they need maybe another year. I know you don't want to see them lose to get to that year, but, Jalen.
No, go. But listen, remember, we didn't have that level of consistency either in the first two rounds. We developed that actually in the Eastern Conference in the finals. This Celtic team actually have it in them.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.